Hi, I'm Freak Boy, and welcome to Freak Boy Runs. January could not find a way to end nicely. Oh my gosh, the weather has been so terrible, and look what I'm dealing with now. I don't know if you really can see it too well, and I'm really hoping I don't wipe out walking through this mud. It's several inches thick. And yeah, like my shoes are completely covered over the toes. Lovely. That's what I'm dealing with today in the aftermath of the rain yesterday. Today is the 31st, so thankfully January is almost over. The weather has been so awful this month. We've had everything: cold, ice, snow, rain. There was a thunderstorm yesterday and flooding. I had to detour around so many places where the park was just too flooded to run at all, including that spot where I just walked through the mud. You can check out my shoes. Yeah. So I had to do all these detours yesterday to avoid the flooding. Down by the lake, part of the path was flowing like a river, and then where there's usually a set of these large stones that people can sit on at the edge of the lake, that was just flowing over like a waterfall. I didn't have my camera to video any of it. It was just too miserable. But it's almost over, and tomorrow is going to be, looks to be a lovely day. February 1st, it's going to be the half marathon that I've got scheduled down at White Rock Lake in Dallas. It's called Too Cold to Hold. And yeah, I feel pretty decent. So I'm definitely going to race tomorrow instead of just trying to, practice marathon pace or take it easy. I think I'm okay to race, and I'm going to give that a go. The weather's meant to be, I think, starting out around 42 degrees Fahrenheit, like 6-ish Celsius. No wind, and it's going to be warming up pretty quickly. It's going to be over 50 degrees Fahrenheit by the time the race is over. So it's going to be a pretty good temperature. Oh, that squirrel scared me. Pretty good temperature to race in. Maybe just a touch on the cool side, but I would rather have that than a touch on the warm side any day. What else can I say about that race? I don't know. I'm going to try to do some videoing in the race. It's always such a difficult decision for me of how much I can really try to do, because I want to try and get a good time and I want to capture some good footage, but those two things aren't really compatible, at least not totally compatible. The more you run with the camera, the harder that is, and you lose some time. But race footage can be pretty good too. Let me see what kind of puddle I've got here to deal with. I'm gonna have to wade through something. Oh, it's actually not too bad. Yeah, so we'll see how much footage I can get. I'll do my best. I want to capture something, but how much is yet to be seen. I think I'm gonna try and clean my shoes off here. Check that out. Okay, well, at least I got my shoes mostly clean. Well, I'm sure you got to watch me clean my shoes. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the morning before the race. I'll check in before we start. Probably video a little bit right at the start line, and then take it from there. I'm just in my car down somewhere near the start line for the Too Cold to Hold half marathon. Today is February 1st, and it's actually my long ago but dearly departed grandmother's birthday today, so I'm going to run this race in her memory. She was a very special lady, and just very, very near and dear to my heart. So I'm going to be thinking about her today while I run. And I guess it's like maybe about an hour or so before the race starts. So I think it's about time that I get out and start maybe doing some warm-ups, get my bearings, find out exactly where the start line is. It's a little bit cool out, but not too terrible as I expected. About 41 or 42 degrees Fahrenheit, 6 degrees Celsius or so. Really pretty reasonable, especially considering some of the temperatures we've had recently through January. So I'm kind of excited about the race. It's been a while since I did a half marathon. I am definitely going to race. I think I've settled on doing, probably something around a 7 minutes and 25 second per mile pace to start and see how that feels. I hope I can pick that up a little bit, but I'm not going to push beyond what I feel I can do. So I don't see a need to push myself too hard in the first half, but hard enough that if I'm still feeling good in the second half, I can try and push for a personal best. I don't even really know what my personal best is exactly. I don't remember what my time was in San Diego. I know it was 1:36 something, so I guess the idea, sub 1:36, I should be within a PR. I think I'll definitely be within a PR there. So we'll see how that goes. I will get outside, do my warm-ups, and check back in probably from the start line. Catch you there. Here comes the countdown. I wish the weather was good.
All right, you guys. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! All right! Half K, 10K!
No idea how fast I'm running right now. So hard to judge when there's so many people around on different paces.
You guys look good today! You're looking good!
I'm trying to settle down my pace. Okay, so far so good. Started off pretty close to where I wanted to be. That's not 7:23 in the first mile, then a 7:20, and then a 7:19. So I'm going to continue with the 7:20 pace, probably till halfway, and then see how that feels on the way back when I do the U-turn. Pick you up there. I just passed the turnaround point, so halfway. I can't read my watch, but I've got about a 7:21 pace or so, maybe 7:22. I'm going to stick with this for a while and maybe try and pick it up in the second, or sorry, in the last 5K. Just a couple hundred meters to go.
Good job.
Thanks.
Good job.
Oh my God. 100 meters to go. Okay.
Let's go.
I can see the finish line.
Great job, ladies. This is for Victoria, Adele, and our top three gentlemen for the 5K, 2 Cold Hold 5K. In third place, from Dallas, Texas, Benjamin Levi, with a top of 17 minutes and 25 seconds. Benjamin Levi comes through. Second place,
Okay.
from San Francisco, California, with a time of 17 minutes and 18 seconds, Dylan Sibbett.
Okay.
And in first place, with a time of 17 minutes
That's
and
a
11 seconds,
personal best.
Ross Hunt.
By looks like I got a little under a minute, I guess. I don't know. My watch said 1:35:55. I think I stopped it a second or two
Masters competitors
after the finish line.
First place ladies Masters competitor was none other than Megan
Oh my God.
Tate, with a time of
These last couple of miles
22 minutes and 57
were brutal.
seconds.
Okay.
Congratulations to you, Miss Megan.
Well,
Our top male Masters competitor
worked out
with a time of
about
19 minutes and 27
as I had
seconds
planned.
was Adrian Ramirez.
I started out there with that 7:23. Then I had the next 3, maybe 4, were between like 7:18 and 7:21.
Adrian.
I had a 7:25 there,
Very youngest runners, you might say,
5 or 6.
division. That would be
Um,
9 and under.
There was kind of a long stretch
9 and under. In third place, Ingrid.
of an uphill incline.
40 minutes.
And the nice part was I got to go down that on the way back.
The other way.
Um,
There you go.
I think I had 1 mile, maybe around mile 10-ish, 9 to 10, I don't know. That was close to 7 minutes. I think that last mile was around 7:10. The last couple were in that range between 7:10 and 7:15. Oh, okay, man, that really hurt at the end. The hamstrings held in. I do feel the left one tightening up already, but yeah, nothing really while I was running until maybe the last mile and a half. I could just feel that right hamstring, or sorry, the left one. I could feel it a little bit, but it wasn't really hurting per se. Yeah, so looks like a pretty good negative split as well. So, happy birthday to my Baba. That's my grandmother, my dearly departed grandmother. I ran a personal best for her. Okay, well, I gotta get some water here and just keep walking this off. Just walk for a good cool down here. See if I can get a good mile of walking in. Hopefully, I need to check the standings, but hopefully I got on the podium for my age group. We'll see. I caught that. There's one girl that I was keeping up with. She's fairly young. She looked to be in her probably late 20s or mid 20s. And I was kind of behind her the whole time, and I kept catching up to her the whole second half. And then I passed her on this long bridge. And I think that woke her up a little bit. She was cheering me on after I passed her, telling me stay strong, stuff like that. She was really nice, but then I think she realized that she had another gear, and she picked it up, and she finished probably 50 or 60 yards in front of me. So yeah, that was kind of fun. All right, I'll check in after I get a drink, and hopefully I'll check the results by then and let you all know how I did. They are just starting the half marathon awards ceremony. I looked up my official time. It's 1:35:52. So yeah, that's definitely a personal best. I think, well, I looked at my Garmin data, which isn't the official time from San Diego back in June, but it's close. And so that was like 1:36:40. So, you know, 50 seconds-ish, personal best. That's pretty good, I think. Shaving off 50 seconds in about 7 months. So I'm happy with that. That's a result that I was approximately what I was hoping for. I got a negative split as well. Probably the second half was a minute, maybe even a little bit more than a minute faster than the first half. So all in all, I'm very pleased with everything. I got first in my age group. So I'll be kind of way down in the list as far as the ceremony goes, because they'll start with the overall winners and then do the age groups starting with the lower numbers. So 60 to 64s are almost last. Ended up finishing in 14th overall. I'm not sure how many total runners. I'm guessing there'll be a couple hundred, but I'll have to see. I think there's some people still coming in. So yeah, that's it. I'm just on my way walking back. I wanted to kind of get away from the noise as well as the music, because I didn't want to get a strike from YouTube for having copyrighted material. So I just had to walk away for a little bit. Anyways, I'll check back in a little bit later, either later today or sometime tomorrow. And yeah, right now I'm gonna go collect my keychain. I was talking to my friend John. He ran the 5K. He's a guy I met over at the Hotcake Hustle that finished just barely behind me in that race, and he ran the 5K and got first place and won the age group. And he got another one of those keychains. So yeah, it is what it is. It's not about the awards, it's about getting better. And really, these half marathons are just tune-ups for the main events, which are the marathons, especially the world majors. So check back in with you on the flip side. See you then. Sunday morning now, the day after the half marathon race. I went mostly horizontal yesterday after I got home, just wanting to rest and recover after the race. And of course I checked my data a little more closely. So I can't even remember what information I included when I was recording yesterday, but I know I mentioned that I finished first in my age group. It's a very small field though. It's only 6 runners in my age group. But the overall field was 282 people, and I finished 14th overall, so I'm happy with that result. The actual race data itself comes in at a 46-second personal best in the half marathon. 1:35:52 was my time, and that was on the back of a negative split, which was a 1 minute and 4 second negative split, which I'm very happy with. That was my plan to try to do. I wanted to start off conservatively and then pick it up as much as I could in the second half. And even that last mile was like, I think my last 2 miles were 7:05 and 7:06 or something like that. So they were my 2 fastest miles. So happy that I had a strong finish. And then finally, it's unofficial, but the last 10K of that race I ran in 44:29, which is an unofficial 10K PB. I think that has a little bit more to say about my lack of data on 10K races. I don't have that many under my belt, and I have to do it a little more often. But yeah, that was kind of cool having a 10K PB for the last 10K of a half marathon. That's a very strong finish. Oh, some water to navigate here. Pretty deep water. So I have nothing at all to complain about for that race. Perfect weather conditions. Good execution. It's fun. It's a fun event. And even got to run into my friend John after the race and have a good chat. So I'm starting to meet some people and get to know some people at these races. That's cool. He was suggesting that I join the running club that he belongs to, which is something that I've been thinking about for a long time. I've just never gone through with it. Mostly because I just don't even know how much time I'd spend with the club, considering my super early morning runs every day. But I still do want to do it sometime. I just don't know when I'll finally get off my butt and get that done. I see a Portaloo over here on the trail. There must have been a race here in the park yesterday too. So yeah, that kind of wraps it up for the half marathon video. I hope you enjoyed seeing me push myself to the near breaking point there at the end. I watched back a little bit of that video when I got home, and I was really laboring there at the very end. I was pushing really hard. So if you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor and like and subscribe, and also comment and share if you have the urge to do that. And until next time on Freak Boy Runs, Freak Boy out.